It's July 26th. A small ship cutting through the Mediterranean waters under the cover of darkness, carrying nothing but baby formula, medicine, and a bit of hope. 21 activists from around the world aboard a vessel named after a Palestinian cartoon character, a barefoot refugee child who vowed never to turn around until justice came home. This is the Handala aid ship. Activists were trying to sail this ship into Gaza, just like the Madleen before it. I covered that on this page as well. It could be called a blockade runner. Its nefarious, evil mission: rearm and resupply the resistance. That is, rearm injured civilians with medicine and resupply toddlers in Gaza with formula milk. The resistance they are supporting is mothers and babies and civilian men resisting starvation, resisting death. But even then, that's just too much for the Israeli government. Send in the Commandos because they're fighting a specialized adversary here. We need the best of the best, the cream of the whatever crop. I don't know what the heck you're growing in occupied territories, but the cream of the crop, we need it, right? So they sent in the Commandos at 11:43 p.m. Palestinian time on July 26th. Israeli naval commandos stormed the aid ship in international waters. Of course, you need to defend yourself everywhere other than what you actually own, sort of. 40 nautical miles from Gaza in international waters, Israel boarded this ship. Live footage captured the dramatic moment: armed personnel boarding while activists raised their hand in surrender. Then the cameras going black, or skin-colored, I suppose, as communications were severed. The 21 crew members, that reminded me of intro darkness to redness and whiteness. I forgot who did that. Is that PewDiePie? Anyway, 21 crew members, including French and European Parliament members, were detained, and the ship was towed, just like the Madleen, to Ashdod port in Israel. A reminder: in May, Israeli drones bombed another aid ship near Malta. In June, they seized the Madleen aid ship carrying activist Greta Thunberg. Each mission attempts to break Israel's 17-year-long naval blockade on Gaza. No ships can get in, no supplying from the sea. It needs to be an open-air prison. These last 2 years, of course, being the most harsh, with over 2 million Palestinians facing what international observers, not just the Hage Group and Palestinian Resistance, no, international aid organizations and observers have called what's going on now an engineered man-made famine. But apparently, according to the Israeli sources, the UN's wrong, Palestinian sources are wrong, the whole Arab world, liars. International aid organizations like Doctors Without Borders and the Red Cross and the Red Crescent, Amnesty International, all liars, anti-Semites, all of them. What sounds more legit? All of those, or just one violent militaristic ethno-state and its Hasbara propaganda connections? Anyway, the activists had vowed to hunger strike if captured, in solidarity with those they sought to help, who are starving to death. Civilians, here that was the news. Here's the geopolitical analysis very briefly. Civilians, government officials, nations even at a state level, including Western nations, they are all turning, that's the analytical trend on display, they are all turning away from the Israeli narrative towards the narrative of the Palestinian people and the United Nations and the international aid organizations, who are all on the same side in this matter at least. The matter in question being the people of Gaza are starving and aid is rotting in the sun and not being let in because the Israeli military and the state have chosen that they will starve the civilians into submission, having failed to overcome the resistance forces within the strip militarily. Having failed the military option, they are focused on the become hostile against the civilians option. The only people the world's most moral army seem to be able to go toe-to-toe with, analytically speaking, it continues to prove, are children and suckling babies and mothers and granddads and grandmas. For the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Mahfouz, and I'll see you on the next one.